Okay, so a new technology just completely rattled the global economy, and it all happened in the span of a single week. We're going to break down what this new agentic AI is, how it actually works, and why it's already changing, well, everything.
It all kicks off with this number, $830 billion. In the first week of February 2026, that's how much value was just gone, wiped from the S&P 500 software index. It was a massive, sudden free fall that left Wall Street completely stunned.
So naturally, this was the question on everyone's lips. What in the world could cause a market panic on this scale? People started calling it the sauce apocalypse. And the answer? Well, it pointed to a new kind of AI from a company called Antropic.
Right, so let's get into it. The catalyst behind this whole shockwave wasn't just, a slightly better chatbot or a faster model. No, this was a fundamental shift in what AI can actually do.
The technology is called agentic AI. And look, this isn't just an AI that responds when you type something in. It's an AI that can autonomously plan, coordinate with other AIs, and then execute really complex, multi-step tasks all on its own, from start to finish. And this is the key difference right here. Think about it. An AI assistant is a tool that helps you do your work. But an AI teammate? That's a true collaborator. It does the work, often alongside a whole team of other AIs. We're literally shifting from thinking about AI as a tool to thinking of it as a team member. So how does this all work in practice? Well, think of it like a virtual engineering squad. You've got a lead agent that takes a big project and breaks it down into smaller tasks. Then you have these teammate AIs that jump on those tasks in parallel. So you've got one building the front end, another handling the back end, a third writing all the tests. They're all talking to each other, collaborating, and then they deliver a completely finished product. And listen to how a user from Notion described working with Anthropic's new Opus 4.6 model. They said, "It feels less like a tool and more like a capable collaborator." And that just nails it, right? It really captures the heart of this new partnership between humans and AI. It's not about giving commands anymore. It's about working together.
Okay, so what happens when you actually give these AI teammates real work to do? Well, the impact on productivity has been absolutely staggering, and it's basically rewriting the rules for entire industries.
Just take a look at this anecdote. I mean, this is powerful stuff. This isn't a 10 or 20% improvement. We're talking about a complete step change in what's possible. A whole year's worth of complex engineering work done in a single week. That's the kind of leap we're talking about here. And internal research from Anthropic reveals this really fascinating pattern. It's not just about doing things faster. Sure, the time spent on each task goes down, but look at what goes up. The total volume of output. More features are getting shipped, more bugs are getting fixed, more experiments are being run. Engineers are using that time they save to accomplish so much more, not just to, clock out early. And this isn't just happening in one place. It's like this drumbeat of evidence coming from all across the industry. You've got Fountain, a workforce management platform achieving 50% faster candidate screening. The biotech firm Schrödinger, they're turning ideas into code up to 10 times faster. And TELUS, they've saved over 500,000 work hours. The gains are real and they are absolutely massive.
So this huge leap in capability is exactly what sent that shockwave through the financial markets. Let's connect the dots now between this new technology and that crazy market drop we started with.
It all happens so fast. I mean, look at this timeline. On January 28th, Anthropic releases some new plugins, including one for automating legal contract review. Just 2 days later, by January 30th, legal tech stocks are plummeting. And by February 1st, the entire software index is down 6%. The market had this sudden, terrifying realization. If AI can do the work, why would you pay for software that just helps a human do it? And that brings us right back to this number. The market totally panicked, fearing that this agentic AI could just gut the subscription models of countless software-as-a-service companies. I mean, if one AI can do the work of multiple different software tools, the whole economic model is suddenly at risk. But here's the other side of the coin. As the market was frantically selling off software stocks, investors were rushing to back the source of the disruption itself. All of a sudden, Anthropic was on track for a new funding round that would value the company at $350 billion. That's more than doubling its valuation in just 4 months. A massive economic shift was happening, right there in real time. Okay, but the impact here goes way beyond just coding and finance. This technology is now being woven into some of society's most critical functions.
I mean, look at this. This AI is now connecting directly to core healthcare systems. It can do things like verify Medicare coverage, check really complex billing codes, and even help you, an individual, understand your own lab results from Apple Health. It's all about making healthcare more efficient and hopefully a lot more accessible.
And it's not just private industry. Governments are also deploying agentic AI for public benefit. The UK, for example, is testing an AI assistant to give people personalized career advice and help them navigate these complex government services. They're using AI to directly help people find work. It's pretty amazing.
And in super specialized fields like law, its performance is hitting expert levels. Getting a score of over 90% on this legal benchmark? That means it can automate incredibly complex tasks like contract review, work that once required whole teams of junior lawyers. And of course, that's exactly what spooked the market in the first place.
So, what does all this mean for us, for the human workforce? Well, our roles are shifting, that's for sure. For developers, it's becoming less about hammering out every single line of code and way more about orchestrating these AI agents. Providing that high-level strategic direction and making sure the quality is there. It's a big move from being an implementer to being an orchestrator. And that leaves us with this really critical question for the future. As AI makes this jump from being just a tool to being a teammate, our own roles have to evolve too. So the question is, how do we lead, how do we manage, and how do we create value in a world where some of our most capable colleagues are digital?